Today I'm going to show you how to make beef noodle soup. This is one of my favorite dishes. I remember when I went to Taiwan, my mom would take a pot from my grandmother's house and go across the street. There's a great beef noodle soup place and we'd all munch on it. So it's a really nice, tasty, hearty meal. It's getting a little cold in Los Angeles, so I decided to cook it. So I think I have all the ingredients. I went to Ranch 99 this morning. Not a smart idea. It's like New Year's Eve. It was pretty crazy. Madhouse, parking lot, Asian drivers. Not fun. So I got my ingredients. They're over here. So we got some bok choy. That's the beef tendon. That's about a pound of beef shank. Some Shanghai style noodles. Chicken broth. Some spicy hot pot sauce, and this is some hot bean sauce. One of the first things I'm going to do is chop up the tendon. Now, you don't need to make the beef noodle soup with tendon. I like tendon. I know some people have a problem with kind of its texture or whatnot. I think it tastes great. It's kind of like a meat jello. If you don't want the tendon, ignore this step. You can go straight to boiling the beef, but I'm going to put tendon in my beef noodle soup. So tendon looks a little odd when it's uncooked. Here's what it looks like. Kind of scary. But anyways, once you cook it for a while, it slowly softens and becomes translucent. As I said before, it's like a meat jello. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm going to grab a big cleaver and chop up the tendon. Alright, so I just chopped up the tendon into bits that were about 1 inch wide. I think any larger they just get kind of cumbersome, so just make them about 1 inch wide. Alright, now we're just going to boil the beef. You want to boil out all the impurities. Okay, so the water is boiling and I'm just going to toss in the beef shank into the boiling water right now. So the beef is boiling, and as you can see, the impurities are coming to the top. I'm just going to ladle those impurities off with a spoon. I'm going to do it a couple times until it's pretty much gone, and then we'll put the beef into a big pot of chicken broth. Okay, so it looks like most of the impurities of the beef are out. So the tendon into a bigger pot with some chicken broth and just let it cook for a long time. I'm also going to add the hot bean paste into it. So I'm going to start off with 2 cans of chicken broth, and I'll probably add another one towards the end. So I just added the beef, the tendon, 3 cans of chicken stock. I originally added 2 and it seemed a little low, so I added another can, so for a total of 3 cans of chicken broth. And then we put in our sauces, the hot bean paste, and then the hot pot sauce. That was about a tablespoon of each, and then I put in a little soy sauce for some color. So that's that. I'm going to let it boil up again, and then I'm going to reduce the heat to medium or low, and then just let it cook for like 3 hours so that the tendon becomes all nice and tender. So basically that's it. We're going to cook it for about 3 hours at least. Make sure, you know, the tendon becomes translucent and whatnot and nice and soft. So that's about it. I got time, so I'm just going to, I don't know, watch some sports or something on TV. So I just tossed in some bok choy to our delicious broth. Probably gonna let that cook another half hour, make sure the bok choy is nice and soft, and also hopefully it'll infuse it with some of that delicious soup. Almost time to eat, so hopefully just another half hour, and then, you know, when we're 5 minutes out, I'm gonna boil some water and toss in some noodles, and then it should be good to go. Oh, I added another cup of chicken broth. The level's kind of getting low, and did a little taste test, so it still tastes fine. So that's it. So I boiled some water, and now I'm going to toss my Shanghai noodles in. They only take about 3 minutes to cook, and then we can eat. The noodles are just about done. I'm going to take them out, strain them, and then plate everything up. Okay, so there you have it. Taiwanese beef noodle soup. Pretty easy. I'm gonna go eat.